Hi, so today I got a nice comment from Ritik Raj ZK1QD, and he's asking that about some problems that he's currently facing. Uh, that he is trying to build a server where he is setting down where he is using set down keyword in his code, which is working fine in local, but when I deploy it in cyclic server restart. Can you tell me a reason? So he is asking a reason, and he also learned it and it's not working. So let's execute this function and let's try to understand this problem. So I know, let me describe you the problem and this problem. So it has these comments, and the comment has this Node.js, and this is a code. So he has some function that is running this, and in that object he is passing this post object, and in that post object he is using set timeout. So I remember, I totally got what he is trying to do. He is trying to do something like set timeout. So this code is wrong for several issues. First of all, how it is going to work. Let me go through the solution and then we can understand what the problem is. So the first of all, he is asking, he is looping over, and then looping over he is running a set timer. This will not work for several reasons. Okay, so why it will not work? So before, what it will do, it will execute the function. It will execute the function. It will run this code, and then after running this code, it will run over how many times it has the post object. Let's say 5 times or 10 times. After turning the for the 10 times, then the first time the set time out will run, because there is something called uh, micro task queue in the Node.js. Let me back to the how it is working. Working of Node.js and micro task with um, uh, yeah. So this is how it will going to work. So we have a call stack in which we have all the functions that we have write, and then it is going to use the libUB API to execute the function. And if libUB function emit some kind of events, it's going after executing the libUB API, it is going to the event queue, and then after event queue, it is going through the event loop, and event loop will do things and print the logs, and then it will return the object, and it will continue the line by line. So uh, let's run it and show it to you. So let's remember that this is his object. In that object he has some post object, and it is have an array. In that array he has some kind of other objects, um, and then it is going to run it. So As we can see here, he is running these two parallel lines again and again. This is also wrong. This should not be executable. So how it is going to work? So let me post. Let's create a function for the function. Return, and response will be post. Same for the maintain post data. In the maintain post data, it has some arguments, and then it's going to run this. So console.log running this. I also add this function. I also run this. Also add some code. Also add some logs here to see to understand the code will execute. I am writing a console log to show you guys how it is going to work. When the function will execute, it will show a proper logs there. Then it is going to console log, and then it is, yeah. So let's say it has several post like I get one, two, three, four, five, and six. Okay, and let's rewrite this as this, and then run this function. Let's see how it's going to work. Uh, you can see that I am okay. Run 5 times, okay, and then it is going to run this. It will never be executed. Why? Because it is not a function. Let's add comments to a post. So what happened is that the loop ran for six times, and it did not run this. After completing the loop, it started set timeout after 15 seconds, and then it executed successfully. The problem with his approach is that this is not right approach to do the things. Why? Because let's say if you upload this thing to a server, it will run in a eventually loop because you have a limited memory, you have a limited CPU, you have limited things, and to and if you have a overload, it will never be executed because The call stack will never be free. If the call stack is never be free, it will not run it. To do this, if you to use some library like PQ, it's PQ npm. Basically, it does the same thing that you are trying to do. It uses queue mechanism to do some things that needs to be done, or there is a cron library that if you want to do it on timely basis, like every minute or every time, to let's rewrite this functionality and in a different way and run it uh, better. So to run this, we are going to use p uh, q, and but this will I will not cover in this uh, because of the time constraint, and I did not prepare this. But let me refactor this code and run it for again. Okay, so if I were on your side, and so how I will write this code? So I will write this code like this: function start reaction and comment. Okay, and first of all, I will be a racing function. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to to deploy this and the code as it is. I will suggest you to do something like this. Write a sleep function. Okay. Okay, and then do something like return new promise, return new promise, and then it's going to be resolve z, then it's going to be set timeout. Milliseconds, and route this command like this, and then you're going to do sleep 1500, and then you are going to do this thing. To do this thing, I will. The better thing is to use await promise dot all settled, and Okay. Uh, Now the primary dot order will not be, so you can count like this: one and two dot map async. So then this both function will be executed at the same time. If you have some kind of catch, it will not throw an error. Okay, and it will. So why I'm suggesting you to do this way, because let's say if this function throws an error, okay, then what will happen is that this will not execute and whole loop will throw an error. So to maintain this, you are going to use all settled, and then all settled will throw and catch, then catch it. Um, okay, and then done. And then you can see the reaction. Let's try this again. We need to wait for 15 seconds. Let's take the static values again, and then write this finished. So you can see the code will execute line by line by line. So what it will do, it will. This is the wrong architecture. Let me be frank with you. This is the wrong thing to do. The best thing to do is to use queues, okay, or crons to to minimize the load on the Node.js server, because Node.js server is a single thread server, and if you run it for if you do this kind of things again and again, the server will get slow and eventually it will run. But this is my refactor of your code that will not throw any kind of mishappening. Stay tuned with me to learn about how PQ and cron, how to use PQ and cron libraries in Node.js to do this certain kind of things. Thank you.